Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I, Muhammad Daniel bin Muhammad GHAZALI, will be your narrator for today's video. My team, which consists of me, myself, Haniff, IQBAL, and Daniel. In this video, we will show you on how to install single socket wiring, radial connection, and ring circuit connection. Materials and equipment. Schematic diagrams. This will be our single socket wiring diagram. This will be the drawings for our radial connection. And this drawing will be for our ring circuit connection. For the first step, for the single socket wiring, we will tie or tape these wires together to ease the process of fitting through from the conduit to the box. After that, we will strip the end of the wires using the wire stripper to expose the copper parts of the wire. Then, we will connect the socket to the wires accordingly using a screwdriver. Green wire for the ground connection. Black wire for the neutral connection. And lastly, the red wire for the COM or live connection. Then, we will cut and expose the other end of the wires to connect the socket to the distribution box. The live connection or the red wire to the C20 or C16 MCB. The green wire or the ground connection to the ground bus bar. And the black wire or the neutral connection to the neutral bus bar. After all the wires have been connected properly, we will run a continuity test. We will conduct live continuity test, ground continuity test, and neutral continuity test. The reading for the ohms value should be below 1 for all of the conducted tests. Repeat the same first step as the single socket wiring for the radial connection. Same as the previous wiring, we will strip and expose the end of the wires using a wire stripper. Then, we will use another set of red, green and black wire to jump to the wire that is connected to the DB. To jump these wires, we must first strip and expose the end of the wire to connect to each other by twisting it together using hand or plier. Then we will cut and expose the other end of the wires to connect to the socket. Same as before, we will connect the green wires to the ground connection, red wires to the live connection, and black wires to the neutral connection. After that, we will cut and expose the other end of the wires that is supposed to be connected to the DB to connect it. The green wire will be connected to the ground bus bar. The red wire will be connected to the C16 or C20 MCB. And lastly, the black wire will be connected to the neutral bus bar. After all the wires have been connected properly once again, we will run a continuity test. We will once again conduct live continuity test, ground continuity test, and neutral continuity test. Once again, the reading for the ohms value should be below 1 for all of the conducted tests. Most of the steps that will be taken for ring circuit connection will be the same as the previous two wirings. What makes a ring connection being a ring connection is that we will use another set of red, green and black wires and loop it from the end of the circuit back to the DB. To put it simply, there will be two wires connected to the ground bus bar, two wires to the neutral bus bar, and two wires to the C16 or C20 MCB. These three sets of two wires that I'm talking about will be stripped and exposed, and lastly twisted together using hand or pliers to connect to the DB. After all of that, we will conduct continuity test and insulation resistance test. As for the continuity test, they will be the same as before. There will be live continuity test, ground continuity test, and neutral continuity test. As for the insulation resistance test, we will test between live to neutral, live to ground, and ground to neutral. All of the results of the readings for this test will be resulted in OL. And this is us throughout the whole process of the live test. Lastly, we will do the fittings for our project. That's all from us. Thank you.